Dr. Bashir's Complete Star Trek DS9 timeline explained. Julian Bashir might have started as the eager young doctor on Deep Space Nine, but over the course of the series, he became one of Star Trek's most complex characters. From his early days as an ambitious medical officer to his involvement in some of the Federation's most dangerous covert operations, Bashir's timeline is a fascinating mix of personal growth, ethical dilemmas, and interstellar intrigue. Let's trace his journey from the very beginning to his ultimate destiny. Early life and genetic enhancement. Julian Subatoy Bashir was born on Earth in 2341. From the outset, he was exceptional, but there was a secret his parents kept. He had been genetically enhanced as a child to boost his intelligence, reflexes, and physical capabilities. In a federation that frowned on such modifications, this was a dangerous secret. Bashir himself would not learn the full extent of his enhancements until much later, shaping a timeline filled with personal revelations and moral questions about identity and ethics. Joining Starfleet and assignment to DS9. Bashir graduated from Starfleet Medical Academy in 2359, just in time to be assigned as the Chief Medical Officer of Deep Space Nine under Commander Benjamin Sisko. Initially, Bashir's timeline seemed simple: treat patients, conduct research, and occasionally act as comic relief with his youthful enthusiasm. But beneath his cheerful demeanor lay ambition and a drive to prove himself, often clashing with Sisko's grounded leadership style. The early DS9 years. Medicine and morality. In his early years on the station, Bashir's timeline revolves around medicine, ethics, and camaraderie. Episodes like Melora and Move Along Home show his eagerness to help others and his tendency to overestimate his capabilities. He also starts to form close friendships, most notably with Chief O'Brien. These relationships would later serve as the backbone of his personal and professional development. During this period, Bashir becomes increasingly aware of the dangers of his environment. He encounters Cardassians, Klingons, and other interstellar threats, gradually shifting from a purely medical role to one that requires diplomacy, tactical thinking, and courage under fire. Discovery of genetic enhancement. A pivotal point in Bashir's timeline occurs in the episode Dr. Bashir, I presume. Here, his secret of genetic enhancement is revealed, creating tension not only with Starfleet Command, but also with his colleagues. This revelation adds depth to Bashir's character, highlighting his struggle with self-acceptance and his place within Starfleet's ethical framework. It also marks the beginning of his timeline intersecting with espionage and secret operations, foreshadowing his later involvement with Section 31. The Dominion War and personal growth. With the onset of the Dominion War, Bashir's timeline becomes far darker and more dangerous. Initially a doctor treating casualties, he quickly becomes a frontline strategist and covert operative. Episodes like In Purgatory's Shadow and Call to Arms demonstrate his courage, ingenuity, and moral flexibility. Bashir is no longer just a young, idealistic doctor. He is a critical asset in the Federation's fight against the Dominion. During the war, he also developed significant relationships, including his deepening friendship with Odo and romantic tension with Jadzia Dax. These interactions enrich his personal timeline, showing that even in times of interstellar conflict, Bashir remains deeply human, sometimes flawed, sometimes heroic, but always complex. Section 31 and espionage. One of the most intriguing aspects of Bashir's timeline is his covert involvement with Section 31. Initially introduced in the two-part episode, Inquisition, Bashir is blackmailed into assisting the shadowy organization that operates outside Starfleet's regulations. This marks a significant shift in his timeline, from a straightforward medical officer to a morally conflicted operative entangled in Federation secrets. Bashir's encounters with Section 31 reveal his intelligence, resourcefulness, and courage, but also his ethical dilemmas. He becomes a character who embodies the tension between loyalty to Starfleet principles and the need to take morally ambiguous actions for the greater good. Post-war and legacy. After the Dominion War, Bashir's timeline continues with his dedication to medicine and his ongoing role in Starfleet intelligence. His experiences leave him wiser, more self-aware, and more attuned to the ethical complexities of the galaxy. While the series ends with many threads unresolved, like his feelings for Ezri Dax and the full extent of his involvement with Section 31, the legacy of Julian Bashir is clear. He evolved from an eager, genetically enhanced doctor into a hero capable of navigating the murkiest ethical waters in the galaxy. Conclusion. Julian Bashir's timeline is a masterclass in character evolution. From his secret enhanced childhood to his complex role in the Dominion War and covert operations, he embodies the tension between ethics, ambition, and personal growth. He is